Imagine a land between two rivers. This is Mesopotamia, the land between the rivers. It's where Iraq is today. Thousands of years ago, great civilizations flourished here. The Assyrians and Babylonians were two of these powerful empires. They built mighty cities and waged epic wars. But their lives weren't just about conquest. Religion was at the very heart of their world. The Assyrians and Babylonians believed in many gods. These gods controlled everything: the sun, the moon, the storms, even the harvest. To keep their world in balance, they honored these gods with elaborate rituals and offerings. They built towering temples called ziggurats that reached towards the heavens. These ancient Mesopotamians left behind a rich legacy of myths, legends, and religious practices. Their stories, etched in clay tablets and carved on palace walls, offer us a glimpse into their beliefs and how they understood the universe. Their gods may be long gone, but their stories continue to fascinate us today. The Assyrians, known for their military might, worshipped a pantheon of powerful gods. These gods reflected the Assyrians' own values, strength, discipline, and victory in battle. Each god had a specific role, and together they maintained order in the universe. At the head of the Assyrian pantheon stood Ashur, the national god of Assyria. He was the god of war and victory, a fearsome warrior who led the Assyrian armies into battle. The Assyrians believed that their king ruled by the grace of Ashur, and they invoked his name in times of war and peace. The Assyrian kings built grand temples to honor Ashur, adorned with intricate carvings depicting his divine power. Inside these temples, priests performed daily rituals, offering sacrifices and prayers to appease the god and ensure his continued favor. The Assyrians believed that their fate, both individual and collective, rested in the hands of Ashur and the other gods. Ashur wasn't just a god to the Assyrians, he was the very embodiment of their nation. His name was synonymous with Assyria itself. He was often depicted as a bearded man with a winged disc hovering above his head, a symbol of his divine authority. Temples dedicated to Ashur were found in every major Assyrian city. The most important of these was the temple at Assur, the ancient capital of the Assyrian Empire. This temple was a place of pilgrimage, where people came from far and wide to offer sacrifices and seek the god's blessing. The Assyrian kings claimed to rule by Ashur's divine authority. They believed that their victories in battle were a sign of his favor. In return, they showered his temples with riches and spoils of war. The Assyrians' unwavering belief in Ashur helped to unite their empire and fuel their military expansion. While Ashur reigned supreme, other gods played important roles in the Assyrian pantheon. Ishtar, the goddess of love, beauty, and war, was one of the most widely worshipped deities in ancient Mesopotamia. She was a complex and multifaceted goddess, both a bringer of life and a destroyer. Nabu, the god of wisdom, writing, and scribes, was another important deity. The Assyrians, known for their advanced bureaucracy and record-keeping, held Nabu in high regard. They believed that he gave them the knowledge to govern their vast empire. Ishtar and Nabu, along with a host of other gods and goddesses, enriched the tapestry of Assyrian religion. They provided guidance, protection, and inspiration to the Assyrian people. Their stories, passed down through generations, offered explanations for the mysteries of life and death, the changing seasons, and the vagaries of human existence. Section 5. Enlil, the storm god who ruled the cosmos. One god stood out even among the mighty Assyrian pantheon. Enlil, the god of wind, storm, and agriculture, was a force to be reckoned with. He was considered the king of the gods, wielding power over the heavens and the earth. Enlil's power was both awe-inspiring and terrifying. He could unleash storms that flooded the land or bring gentle breezes that nurtured the crops. His wrath was feared by all, even the other gods. The Assyrians believed that Enlil played a key role in shaping the world, separating heaven and earth and creating humankind. Although Enlil's primary cult center was in the city of Nippur, his worship extended far beyond Assyria's borders. He was revered throughout Mesopotamia as a powerful and unpredictable deity. Temples dedicated to Enlil were often built on ziggurats, towering structures that symbolized a ladder to the heavens. These temples served as centers of religious and political power, where priests and kings sought to appease the mighty storm god and ensure the well-being of the land. Section 6. Babylonian Beliefs. Marduk's rise to power. South of Assyria lay Babylonia, a land steeped in its own rich religious traditions. While the Babylonians shared many gods with the Assyrians, their pantheon had a distinct hierarchy. At its pinnacle stood Marduk, the patron god of Babylon. Marduk's rise to prominence mirrored the rise of Babylon itself. As Babylon grew in power and influence, so too did the worship of Marduk. He became associated with kingship, justice, and the order of the cosmos. The Babylonians believed that Marduk had defeated the forces of chaos, establishing himself as the supreme ruler of the universe. Marduk's temple, Esagila, was a magnificent complex located in the heart of Babylon. It served as a center of religious and political life, attracting pilgrims and dignitaries from far and wide. The Babylonians honored Marduk with elaborate festivals and processions, celebrating his victory over chaos and his role as their protector and king. Section 7. The Enuma Elish, a Babylonian creation myth. The Babylonians immortalized Marduk's cosmic triumph in the Enuma Elish, their epic creation myth. This ancient text, inscribed on 7 clay tablets, tells the story of Marduk's battle against Tiamat, a monstrous goddess representing the primordial chaos. According to the Enuma Elish, Marduk was chosen by the other gods to confront Tiamat. The Enuma Elish served not only as a creation myth, but also as a powerful propaganda tool, legitimizing the rule of the Babylonian kings and solidifying Marduk's position as the supreme deity. Section 8. Temples and rituals pleasing the gods. Both the Assyrians and Babylonians expressed their religious devotion through elaborate rituals and offerings performed in magnificent temples. These temples, often built on towering ziggurats, served as homes for the gods and centers of religious life. Priests played a central role in Mesopotamian religion. They acted as intermediaries between the gods and the people, performing daily rituals, offering sacrifices, and interpreting omens. They were responsible for maintaining the temples, ensuring that the gods were properly honored. Rituals were an integral part of Mesopotamian life, designed to appease the gods and ensure their continued favor. These rituals ranged from simple offerings of food and drink to grand festivals involving processions, music, and animal sacrifices. The Assyrians and Babylonians believed that by properly honoring the gods, they could secure their blessings and avert their wrath. Section 9. Sacred Writings and Ancient Artifacts. The Assyrians and Babylonians left behind a treasure trove of written records and artifacts that provide invaluable insights into their religious beliefs and practices. Clay tablets, inscribed in cuneiform script, contain myths, hymns, prayers, and even instructions for performing rituals. Archaeological excavations have unearthed countless artifacts, including statues of gods and goddesses, amulets, and votive offerings. These objects, often intricately crafted and adorned with symbolic imagery, offer tangible evidence of the importance of religion in ancient Mesopotamia. By studying these written records and artifacts, scholars can piece together a more complete understanding of Assyrian and Babylonian religion. They can learn about the gods and goddesses worshipped, the rituals performed, and the beliefs that shaped the lives of these ancient peoples. Section 10. The Legacy of Ancient Mesopotamia. The religious beliefs of the Assyrians and Babylonians, though faded into the mists of time, have left an indelible mark on Western civilization. Their myths and legends have echoed through the ages, influencing literature, art, and even our understanding of the cosmos. The biblical story of the Tower of Babel, for example, is thought to be inspired by the ziggurats of ancient Mesopotamia. These towering structures, reaching towards the heavens, captured the imagination of people for centuries. Likewise, the Babylonian creation myth, the Enuma Elish, shares striking similarities with the creation account in the Book of Genesis. Section 11. Conclusion. Echoes of Ancient Beliefs. The Assyrians and Babylonians may be long gone, but their religious beliefs continue to resonate with us today. Their stories, etched in clay and stone, offer a glimpse into the human search for meaning and purpose in a world full of mystery and wonder. Their gods may be silent, but their legacy lives on. As we gaze upon the ruins of their once great cities and decipher the secrets of their written language, we are reminded of the enduring power of belief. The Assyrians and Babylonians created a rich and complex religious world, one that continues to fascinate and inspire us today. Their stories remind us that even in the face of an unknown and often unforgiving world, humans have always sought to find meaning and purpose in something greater than themselves.